Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back into my channel. For today's adventure, I've joined up with a big group of friends from all over the region to do a little bit of off-roading. We are headed up into the McGowan Creek and Creek OHV areas to put a little bit of mud on the rigs like you see here. But we'll get back to the mud in just a bit. We've started off this trek on a wet Saturday morning on the outskirts of Springfield, Oregon. We should have a wide variety of rigs out today, but I tried to recruit as many first-generation CRVs as I possibly could. Check it out, we're just getting started. We've already got a sweet lineup. Look at all these CRVs we got. Silver Gang. More rigs to come. Getting staged up here, everybody's airing down. Getting ready to hit the trails, getting muddy. Got a ton of rigs out today. Check out Evan's Gambler rig, always love seeing that. Got Matt here. I think you said he has King Springs on it, yeah.
Or they got them. They're that, or they might be Bilsteins in that yellow.
Like
Evan,
butter.
You need a front diff walker.
You smack something hard, Evan?
Dirty. Yeah, I'm going there soon.
We are already having a blast playing on the top section of the area. The fog makes for some cool, moody Pacific Northwest shots, but it would have been nice to see the great views of the Willamette Valley and the Cascade Range from up here. You may notice some of these spots in the video from previous videos of group treks to this area, and also for some Instagram shots that I've taken and posted on my page. This uphill climb section is always a fun challenge. The terrain here is pretty variable. In the wet season it can be real slick, and in the summertime it can be not so bad. But over the past few years, this area's just been rutted out and not maintained at all. Believe it or not, about 4 or 5 years ago, I used to take my 92 Accord up here and could get up and down with no problems. As I see here, Evan can do it in his Gambler rig, but it's still a little bit of a challenge for a front-wheel drive vehicle. A good set of gripping all-terrain tires and picking the right line is crucial for getting up some of these areas. It may not look like much on the video, but there are actually some pretty good dips, and the uphill doesn't look like much, but it is a pretty decent incline from here. As the trek continued, we did our best to find any little play area spot we could along the ridge top here. Since we've gotten into the wet season now, we were greeted by a hefty helping of mud, which is always fun to play around in. Oh, we found some mud.
Okay, just plugs into the USB and then into the side. Okay.
I want to give a big shout out to Cascade Mountain Patrol for driving over 450 miles round trip just to make it to hang out with us for the weekend. It was great meeting you, dude. Can't wait to meet you up in Washington sometime. Oh, yeah, there's a rock there.
Found one.
This fun mudslide can be just a little bit tricky trying to avoid that rock on the left side there. I had my wheels turned trying to turn, so it looks a little goofy, but didn't hit the rock, so it worked out. A little slimy. Yeah. I had a pretty good time this trip, just hanging back and watching people enjoy themselves out here. I did as much filming as I could, so I didn't get a whole lot of footage of my own car. Don't worry though, because I've got another video project here in the works that's exclusively just a CRV, and some of the local off-roading trails on the west side of town, which you guys haven't really seen much before on my YouTube channel. Now we've reached the best part of the area for the day. This is the designated 4x4 trail. Well, it's actually the only 4x4 trail out here in the Shotgun OHV park, but it does have some pretty fun obstacles. You may have seen us playing around here before on one of the previous group videos, but it's fun to see how the different rigs can tackle the terrain and splash around a little bit here in the mud. Much like that uphill section I showed earlier in the video, this area definitely changes with the weather. It hasn't rained too much recently, but these mud holes just pool up the water and it stays there for quite a while. So you can come here on a day where it's not too wet and still enjoy the mud. This area can prove to be a little difficult at the end of the route for larger groups like we have today, because there's a tight turnaround at the end of the trail where it ends. Well, it doesn't quite end, but it ends for where rigs like us can't go anymore. There's a big rock pile that you really need a big lifted Jeep with some lockers and some other good accessories in order to get past it. So as you can see, we bunched up a little bit here at the end, but a quick turnaround and we're back on our way. When I'm doing a group trip out to this particular area, I like to save this spot for the very last because I feel like it's a really fun way to end the day. Everybody just loves getting dirty in the mud. Smiles, laughter, you can tell people are having a real good time out here. After a final few splashes through the mud pits, we decided to pull over and air up and start dispersing and heading back towards town. Just want to say thanks for everybody for coming out. It was a great time with you all. Looking forward to the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed the footage. If you liked it, come on for the next time. We'll do another one here probably in about a month or so. Different location. Some good wet Oregon Hill adventures. Stay tuned for some footage on my page and maybe a video. I was so happy with the turnout we had today. It was such a great group of people. I met some new friends and got to hang out with some old friends. And it's always a fun time going out into the woods and just exploring around in the trails and in nature. And you know, the weather started out foggy, but it didn't end too bad as you can see here. It was actually kind of sunny. A few of us took the chance while we were out here to do a little bit of target shooting, hosted by Army veteran Brandon Battlehart of Ballistic Overland. Brandon did a fantastic job teaching some newcomers the ropes and firearm safety, and for allowing us to shoot his amazingly built rifle. I personally am a big fan of shooting sports and always love the chance to bring out some of my firearms to practice with. It was great to enjoy it with a few others who don't get the opportunity as often. When it comes to shooting, always practice firearm safety and know your surroundings. Brandon is the owner of Ballistic Overland, a veteran-run nonprofit off-roading group. Be sure to check out his page and browse some of the great gear he has up for sale. I absolutely love wearing my Ballistic Overland trucker hat, and his patch looks great on my headliner in the CRV.
Hold your hands tight. Hold it, yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to let me know what you thought. See you all next time.